Welcome to The Joyful Exchange, a podcast from Foundation for the Nations, also known as FFTN.
Ever wish there was a philanthropic, Christ-centered giving vehicle where you decide the giving and have fun doing it? Welcome to FFTN.
FFTN aims to draw together Youth for Christ projects from around the world with those who have the capacity to help them. Our motto is wealth into worth for the world, and our desire is to help those who are cash rich but time poor to make good decisions about where to invest their hard-earned money. Our FFTN staff and board have over 200 years' experience in working within the Youth for Christ family. Youth for Christ uniquely reaches young people in ways that are relevant to them in the context of their culture and life circumstances, giving every young person in every nation an opportunity to be a follower of Jesus Christ. For more details, see the links in the podcast bio.
Still on the road trip that began in Albania. We came up to Kosovo and now we have come down again, I think if my geography is correct, to Macedonia. Tomorrow we will find ourselves in Serbia. Okay, joining me today on the Joyful Exchange is Igor and Melanie. They'll introduce themselves.
Yes, my name is Melanie. I'm from Croatia originally, but I'm living here in Macedonia for almost 5 years. I'm married for this guy here.
Yeah, this guy here is Igor, and so I'm the husband and the reason why she came to Macedonia. So.
And we have a daughter, Hannah. She is almost 3 years old, and we are part of Youth for Christ family.
Very good. And so tell us, how did you get involved in Youth for Christ then?
Ruben Stečen, he's a leader of Balkan region. He invited me and he introduced me with Youth for Christ organization. And he offered me a job and I said yes. And since then we started Youth for Christ here in Macedonia. So it was like 4 years ago.
Talk to us a little bit about what is the context like for young people in Macedonia?
Yeah, I think it's similar situation as in all Balkan region. The young people here are missing some like basic needs, like for example, job opportunities, better education, better life in general, I think. And that's why many of them are leaving this country. So I think it's quite challenging for them to kind of stay in the country and live here. That's why we started to think how we can help them in this way.
I mean, I totally agree. It's Macedonia is one of the biggest numbers in terms of unemployment rate among youth. So a lot of those are actually looking for life outside of Macedonia, better, so they look for better jobs or whatever, or even stop educating themselves so they could actually work, but abroad, not in Macedonia. So that's one of the biggest challenges. So the reason why we start thinking about opening something like this is to actually not just, same like Jesus, to provide first the basic needs in terms like job and skills and training them, and then be able to provide the spiritual part of it. So I think that was one of the biggest ideas of how we could, combine those things, because that's what we faced a lot. Like we'll have Bible study in the past, and then summer comes, everybody's out of the country to work somewhere, and they'll come back and all over again. So they'll not, and then you see there is no continuous investment in them, or they're not interested anymore, and they just miss the that momentum of intentional time of seeking. So I think that was the biggest challenge that I've seen in the recent years.
Tell us about your application to FFTN for help with essentially putting together a coffee shop and and all of that. So tell us a little bit about, you've talked about the needs. So why the coffee shop?
For years, we saw many coffee shops, and we like the culture of the specialty coffee shop, and we saw potential in this kind of business. Plus, this is culture of coffee. It's not so much about coffee. It's more about conversation and relationship with the people. So we thought it would be an amazing combination to have something like that here in Skopje. Yeah.
And we've been looking for a place like this for 3 years. And it was by accident that we turned this way and we saw this huge potential of new buildings, universities, and high school, private, international, right across the coffee shop. So it was like, after dedicated prayers, we felt that this is a place to be. And now we could definitely see God's hands over all of our decisions and guiding through all the choices we had. So it was quite interesting and stressful experience, but thanks God we are above, that storm, let's say now. And like Melanie said, it's Macedonia. I mean, the whole Balkan, it's a culture, and the same if in the neighboring country, it's more about relationships, spending time together. It's not just the coffee itself, it's more than that. It's just like to pause and digest, get rid of your problems, whatever. So we thought it's a very neutral and great place of meeting new people. And with experience now, we definitely will say that those were people that we'll never meet in the church that come here. So, and that's what, if we discuss what is church, if we are the church, they come here. So
Right, we'll come back to that. But do either of you have a background in business or management or finance or any of those things?
yes, I do.
It's a little bit about that.
Okay, so I have an MBA, a Master of Business Administration through local business, but I also had a scholarship through Wheaton College. So I had a summer tutorial program in the States. So I do had quite experience in that, and I had a couple of businesses in the past. Plus, I also used to work in a cruise ship as a bar server, so I had the coffee knowledge and stuff. And then, of course, I wanted to make more professional in terms to be acknowledged. So I took barista courses in Firenze, Italy. So the Italian guy is happy now. But so that's how the whole culture of the coffee and business mindset, we brought it together. So,
And then talk about as a combination. So you have the business side. Melody, your cakes are, I was going to say, world famous.
they're about to be.
Tell us a little bit about your background then.
Yeah.
You've brought certain skills to this as well.
Yeah, I studied theology. I'm a philosopher in my soul, and I don't know how I end up in a business, but still.
Because of your husband?
Yes, it's a kind of good combination. And I use my creativity in making cakes, and I really adore to make some food for people and just see reactions and that they are happy and they are, I don't know. So and I had experience when I was student. I was doing some part-time job as a baker in the bakery, and from there I had some experience, and then through my whole life I just have a love for, I don't know, making cakes, pastries. So my Instagram account is full of the recipes. That's why I have Instagram account for that.
Recipe.
And so somehow God just opened an opportunity, and we started to make cakes, and it ended up really good.
But that was not the first
the
plan.
vision, yeah.
That was not the plan at all.
But somehow God put that plan in our
So when we
plan.
first applied for the FFTN, we never thought of having cakes, and but how everything when it was managed and how we, through the experience, we realized we are missing something, not just the coffee. So that's how we started investing and thinking of, okay, let's say Melanie had tried a lot of cakes at home and between family to share. So that's like, okay, let's try those. So honestly, now they're really amazing, and I think we soon might need to open a pastry shop instead of a coffee shop.
Talk a little bit about then. So when you applied foundation, you were kind of asking for 50% seed money to get the coffee shop up and running, with the other 50% being self-generated. So just talk us through a little bit of how this year has gone and what you're seeing and why you're so encouraged.
Where should I start? Why I'm so encouraged? The people that come is just amazing. How it feels like they're part of this whole family, and it's really unique. All the people that come, it's like because also for the holiday we didn't work for two weeks, and I was eager to just come back and see all the people that used to come. It's like, we're missing those. Where are they? So it was that kind of people is really encouraging you that you're doing a good job. And also the cakes that Melanie is making, it's amazing. It's I think the missing part of it is that she makes them with a lot of love, and she loves it. So I think people notice that because you could see the perfection in the cake that she's making. So that's well. But we had a lot of challenges when we started. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but last year in March, I believe, there's a huge unfortunate event in Macedonia where fire started and a lot of people died, young people, around 60. So after that, all these inspections and stuff, they kind of raised the bars and asking for, I don't want to say nonsense, but for things that were, of course, at the beginning were not planned. And so we had a lot of issues with inspections, with a lot of paperwork we need to do. And so that was a lot of money. It costed around 2,000 euros just for those paperwork to be. So that was something that we didn't, foresee that. So we started in April last year, but technically, let's say we didn't start operating until mid-August. So let's say from August until now, I will say it was amazing because beside all the investments we had to do, like buying new fridge, for the cakes, buying oven and things like that, but that we also didn't plan in the beginning because of the job, the work, how it started shifting. We had to either invest and risk in that or just pull back and, stay idle. So it was a step of faith that we will do that. And thanks God we did it because we are almost at break even. And it's less than a year. It's not even a year.
Sorry. Do you remember we were going to share really fast if the listeners were wondering how they could get involved? We actually have two practical ways that they can do this. So the first way is, as an enabling partner, you can commit to pray, and if you'd like, contribute monthly to help the foundation keep its wheels on the road. The other way is, as a project partner, you can sit around the table at one of our annual gatherings and give your hard-earned cash with confidence to some of these wonderful projects that we've been discussing.
We had a lot of also plans now to fix the park and make it more family, to have playground and stuff. So that's also a new investment that it was not foreseen before that, but it's really expanding the business, and it's going to be a game changer in any. I think that was really, and it's still encouraging to see how the potential of the business grows, and the people that come is also amazing because we don't live from the neighbors. We have people from different areas of the city coming just to try the coffee and the cakes, which is amazing. So
Just give us a sense of maybe, you talked before about the Bible study that takes place here and a few other people that you meet and all that. Just give us a kind of an overview of the ministry of the place. Like we recognize that the whole thing is a community outreach, which is just fantastic. But you've one or two key things that are happening throughout the week and some collaboration there as well. So maybe just give us a little update on some of those things.
When I'm hearing this, it came to my mind one girl. She's from Marif International School. It's a Turkish school, and she's a Muslim, and she's a psychologist there, and she's coming here like twice or twice per day, and minimum. And she's like our good friend, and we had really good conversations with her, and she's as an example. I'm saying this, that each day we share a life together. Like one day she says she's sick, she's having some problems, she's organizing a wedding. It's stressful period for her and at the job to be with the kids, and then we kind of share our stressful season, our problems, and then she was saying something. And that's the thing that I really like, that it's so natural to meet with people and just present Jesus in all this conversation, and it's so natural. That's why I like, and it's nothing that I see her as a number. I see her as a friend, as a child of God, and I think she sensed that we are not having some agenda, that we are like friendly, and that we don't have anything like it's behind that. It's just open friendship. So this is only example, and sometimes we talk. Igor and me are talking that, for example, we will not have opportunity to meet with those people in our church. So that's why we really appreciate this opportunity to meet with those kind of people that we will not have opportunity in life, and especially young people. I mean, I think in each country can sense if you are open and honest, or if you are not open and honest, and if you have something behind your plan or project, they can sense it, and they can just be they can say that they are not part of, I don't know, project or something that you are doing.
But beside meeting all these people, we do had our business. I mean, our coffee shop. It's open for other people to use it. So we had a lot of other events here with other different organizations and churches. So we had Crew, Leader Impact use it. We had a podcast from a different organization, Christian organization, who do mental health. So they also reach out to athletes and, as a sport ministry, but also we had every Tuesday night, we have a Bible study here with youth that I used to work in the past through the orphanage that we used to serve. Now the orphanage is shut down, and but actually they're all grown up now, but they're still part of the community. Melanie is having a women Bible study here, and Wednesday, every second Wednesday. We had a lot of other events in terms like paint and coffee. We had for Women's Day, International Women's Day. So we do had a lot of different churches and organizations use it, and we don't charge them for that. We charge them only for drinks. So it's really a collaboration and a blessing for us and for them. So it's a mutual collaboration for God's kingdom. So
the overall picture that I'm seeing is that, which is a challenge to me actually personally, is that people are not a project to be convinced and a number to be put in a report, but they're actually part of the family, they're part of the community, they're people to do life with. And like you've said before, Jesus is the example, the way he lived life with others. So we've been so encouraged and blessed. So listen, final reflection. I don't know if you have one. Any thoughts?
It's a big blessing, and this is example as Jesus left us to kind of help each other and be support for each other. And I think that you as a supporters really follow that example, and that we can see that as a big blessing. And really, thank you for that.
As partners, we wait you to come and drink coffee again here and try the cakes.
Listen, final thing is a little fun segment we have called the Joyful Six.
The Joyful
So what I'm going to ask you for is just, and you can both participate in this, I think that would be great. I think you're the second couple we've had on the Joyful Exchange. The first one is one word your friends would use to describe you.
Wise?
Listen, simple one, tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Definitely. A scripture or a quote that's inspiring you right now?
Be still.
Oh, sort of anchor verse, be still and know that I am God. Yeah, very good. Okay, what's your favorite place in Macedonia that you think everybody should visit?
Probably Ohrid. It's popular place. It's really beautiful place, big lake, nature, history, and everything.
Okay, so that's more than one. But yeah, no, it's okay. If you weren't in ministry, what's another role you could see yourselves doing?
Some kind of social work.
Yeah. And last one, what's bringing you joy in this season?
Being together as a family and run it, and even our daughter being here, she's asking people, what do you do?
Start them young.
Yeah, so it's a blessing.
Yeah.
I think she's the center, the master.
Yeah, very good. Listen, it's been wonderful for us to hang out with you guys. And we recognize that you've been in a busy season to get this place up and running, and the people that's required to run it. And we'll be praying for you as it continues to grow, that the Lord brings the right people to support you and cheer you on. Okay, folks, that has been another episode of the Joyful Exchange, and we better get packed up and make our way to Serbia. God bless.
I hope you like a warm beverage, because for all those that feature on the podcast, we have a little thank you. Our No Mug mug, inspired by the words of Jim Elliot, the famous American missionary. He is no mug, that is, he is no fool, who gives up what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose. One of those is on its way to you. And to our listeners, we hope you'll join us for another Joyful Exchange, when we'll be featuring inspiring conversations with visionary partners, ministry leaders, and change agents who are transforming wealth into worth for the world.
Foundation for the Nations is a Christ-centered giving vehicle facilitating Christian philanthropy and kingdom-minded investment, creating opportunities to make an eternal difference in the lives of young people around the globe served by Youth for Christ. You've been listening to the Joyful Exchange podcast. For more details, see www.fftn.org/joyfulexchange.